This is Matt, and these are the metal vinyl releases for September 2024. Starting with September 6th, expect the 12th studio album from Dutch black and death metal band God Dethroned. This is the Judas Paradox, to be released by Reigning Phoenix Music. Vinyl variants will be Blasphemous Purity, which is white and found at the label's UK store. Divine Heresy, which is baby blue marbled and was found at the label's US store. And Hailing Death, which is yellow with black marbled and found at the label's EU store. Music videos are available for Rat Kingdom as well as the title track. You can find those at the Reigning Phoenix Music YouTube channel. So some simplistic structures and lack of variety in the two keep me from being entirely interested in this, but do check into it if you're a fan of the band, of course. Also on September 6th will be the 11th studio album from British heavy metal band Blitzkrieg. This is Blitzkrieg, to be released by Mighty Music. Vinyl variants will be classic black, red, or green, each of which at 200 copies. Music video is available for If I Told You, as well as a visualizer video for The Spider. Of the two, you should definitely check out The Spider first, as it's the more up-tempo and overall more interesting track. But maybe watch both at the Mighty Music YouTube channel. So some definite power metal strains throughout the two available tracks with some cool twin leads and very competent vocals. I'll probably give it a spin on release day and see how the entire record goes. And also on September 6th, we'll get a compilation of bands from the Atlanta metal scene of the 1980s and 1990s. This is Surrender to Death, the history of the Atlantic Metal Underground, Volume 1, to be released by Boris Records. Vinyl variants will be 2 LP with 1 yellow and 1 rose purple, 2 LP with 1 green and 1 dark red, 2 LP with both neon green, and 2 LP with both in classic black. All variants include an 18 by 24 full-color poster, a sticker, random band flyers, and an 11 by 17 two-sided color insert with band bios and photos. No music videos or samples on YouTube for this comp, but if you go to their Bandcamp page for this title, there are 5 tracks to check out. So those available tracks definitely show a bit of genre diversity with, at the very least, trad, death, and thrash offerings. I dig comps like this, so I'm likely to pick this one up at some point. Moving on to September 13th, look out for the 16th studio album from American power thrash metal band Flotsam And Jetsam. This is I Am the Weapon, to be released by AFM Records. Vinyl variants will be classic black as well as orange, both in an unspecified number of copies. Transparent red at 500 copies, and transparent orange with black splatter at 250 copies, the last of which an AFM Records exclusive. Music videos available for Primal, Burn the Sky, and A New Kind of Hero, as well as a lyric video for the title track. And honestly, all of them are worth checking out at the AFM Records YouTube channel. Anyways, it's fair to say that I'm going to pre-order this one. The available tracks are just fantastic. They showed the band is really on a streak from those previous 2 records. Looking forward to this one for sure. Also on September 13th, expect the 7th studio album from British heavy metal band Satan. This is Songs in Crimson, to be released by Metal Blade Records. Exclusive vinyl variants for Europe will be classic black as well as dark crimson red marbled, both in an unspecified number of copies. Steel gray marbled at 500 copies, pale yellow marbled at 300 copies, and clear with red and white splatter at 300 copies. As for the US, there will be transparent pigeon blue in an unspecified number of copies. There'll also be clear with black, red, and gold splatter at 200 copies, which will be a Bandcamp exclusive. Music video available for Turn the Tide. You can find that at the Metal Blade Records YouTube channel. So the track has a bit of a live sound in its production, but certainly up-tempo and classic sounding as well. It's enough that I want to check out the full release when it drops. I mean, it could be good. And also on September 13th will be a special edition of the debut studio album from American metal band GWAR. This is Hello, 36th Anniversary Edition, to be released by Slave Pit Incorporated. Vinyl variant will be red and clear blood splatter. Anyways, past the first couple of albums, I've never really been a fan of this band, but this first record does have some punkish and juvenile charm to it. It also brings back some fond memories, so maybe a nostalgia buy for me, if at all. Moving on to September 20th, we'll get the 2nd studio album from American death metal band Coffin Rot. This is Dreams of the Disturbed, to be released by Maggot Stomp. Vinyl variants will be Bone at 100 copies, as well as Purple Inside Clear with Black Splatter at 400 copies. An audio clip is available for the track Perverted Exhumation, plenty of blast and relentless riffing alongside deep and cavernous vocals and sweeping melodic solos. You can check all that out at the Maggot Stomp YouTube channel. So the lead track is decent enough for me to want to check more into this release. Also on September 20th, look out for the 8th studio album from Japanese death metal band Defiled. This is Horror Beyond Horror, to be released by Season of Mist. Vinyl variant will be crystal clear and transparent green mixed in an unspecified number of copies. Music videos available for Smoke and Mirrors, To See Behind the Wall, and the title track. You can find all of those at the Season of Mist YouTube channel. So production is a little lo-fi but clean, and the vocal cadence is a bit simple, but there's also some energy here as well as some prog elements to make the tracks somewhat interesting. Gotta say, I'm kind of undecided on this one, but maybe check it out if anything I said is of interest. Moving on to September 27th, expect the 4th studio album from American black and speed metal band Bewitcher. This is Spell Shock, to be released by Century Media Records. Vinyl variants will be Classic Black at an unspecified number of copies, Lilac at 300 copies, which is an EU exclusive, and Translucent Orange Crush at 300 copies, which is a US and Bewitcher exclusive. Music videos available for Dystopic Demonolatry and Out Against the Law, as well as a lyric video for Starfire Maelstrom. Really digging all three, but if you hold a gun to my head, I'd pick Out Against the Law to start with. But you should absolutely watch all of these at the Century Media Records YouTube channel. So, a big fan of this band and loving the available tracks already, so pretty much a guaranteed buy for me. Also on September 27th will be the 10th studio album from American melodic death metal band the Black Dahlia Murder. This is Servitude, to be released by Metal Blade Records. Vinyl variants for Europe will be Classic Black at an unspecified number of copies, Crimson Red Marbled at 1,000 copies, Blood Spray at 200 copies, which is an EMP exclusive, Purple Black Marbled at 300 copies, which is a UK indie retail exclusive, and Silver Black Splatter at 200 copies, which is a Kings Road Merch Europe exclusive. Variants for the US will be Electric Smoke at 500 copies, Maelstrom at 750 copies, Rising Smoke at an unspecified number of copies, Iridescent Blue at 750 copies, Onyx at 500 copies, Cursed Creation at an unspecified number of copies and a Band Tour exclusive, and Green Red Black Splatter at 300 copies, which is an Empiricon exclusive. There'll also be a box set for this title, including the album in steel blue marbled vinyl, as well as a bonus 7-inch live vinyl with an etching on the B-side, a slip mat, a headband, a patch, and a large-shaped logo sticker. Music videos available for Aftermath as well as Mammoth's Hand. Both are great, but I lean slightly more towards Mammoth's Hand, but do check out both at the Metal Blade Records YouTube channel. So Brian dropped guitar and took up vocals in the band following the unfortunate passing of Trevor Sternad. And I gotta say, he sounds pretty great. Plus, with the clear talent of Brandon Ellis shown well in this track, this is a likely buy as well. And also on September 27th, we'll get the 3rd studio album from British heavy metal band Midnight Force. This is Severin, to be released by Dying Victims Productions. Vinyl variants will be a regular edition on black vinyl with insert, poster, sticker, postcard, and a download code, as well as a special edition on purple vinyl with the same inclusions plus a woven patch. Visualizer video available for 3 Empires Fall. It's a mid-pace rocker with gravelly vocals and simple riffing, but also fairly satisfying. You can find that at the Nawatham Full Albums YouTube channel. That's NWOTHM Full Albums. So, decent track, but I'd like to hear more to make a final purchase decision. Definitely motivated to hear more, though. As for reissues on vinyl, available now are 2 reissues for Sept, both Stalingrad and The Rise of Chaos from Church of Vinyl. Also now available is a repress of Sacred Reich's Heal album from Metal Blade Records. Also now available is Bolt Thrower's Live War album in 3 vinyl variants from Earache Records. And available September 27th will be 2 reissues for Pentagram, both Review Your Choices and Sub-Basement, to be released by Heavy Psych Sounds. So some strong potential buys for me here, including Flotsam and Jetsam, Bewitcher, and the Black Dahlia Murder, but also a few others to consider. But how about you? Let me know which albums you're gonna get, whether or not I mention them here in this video, as well as anything else that comes to mind in the comments below. And of course, if you found this video helpful, it'd be very cool if you gave it a like, but maybe also share it out to your friends on social media. And if you haven't done so before, consider subscribing to my channel so you don't miss out on future videos. And if you're a brand new viewer, just so you know, my name is Matt. This is the Accusation Network, where each and every week I do videos on metal vinyl collecting, but also classic and modern metal in general. If you like the sound of that, definitely go through my playlist. I do many shows in and around the subjects of metal and vinyl and all of that. Definitely check them out. And of course, as always, thank you for watching, and check back next month for even more metal vinyl releases.